What?
Take these.
Okay.
Ew.
Welcome back to this episode of The Rip. I'm your host, Riker Taylor, and today, we have a fun website for you. It's called pennyjuice.com. And as always, I haven't seen it yet until I've gotten into this review. So with that said, let's get into it. Rip rule number 1. Is it the homepage of horrors?
Okay, so we're going to be checking out pennyjuice.com. So let's go ahead and dive right on into that one. Okay, interesting. So for Rip Rule number 1, we're going to be doing homepage review. So taking a look at this, Penny Juice, it makes sense. 100% blended fruit juice concentrate specifically designed for child care centers. Rainbows of exciting flavors. Healthy juice concentrates for all kids to enjoy. You know, initial impressions on this one, honestly, from a homepage standpoint, one of my critiques is usually like, oh, I don't know what this site is about. And with a name like Penny Juice, you have no idea what that is. But when you go to the site, it does do a pretty decent job of explaining it. The imagery is there, the text is there, and we'll talk about the design here later on. But I gotta say, from a homepage standpoint, like, it does tell you what you need to know and what it is. There is a lot of content here to kind of further explain it. So honestly, from a homepage standpoint, it's not terrible. There is some things broken up here at the top. When you scroll, you can see there's a gap here. So there's definitely some issues with the site, but it does do a good job of telling me who this site is and what this organization is. So I'm going to have to give it like a partial pass on homepage review.
Rip rule number 2, navigation. You want a penny for my thoughts?
Rip rule number 2, navigation. So up here at the top, there's actually a decent navigation. Just 3 links. Got a phone number. The phone number is not click to call. Unfortunately, you expect sites in 2021 for you to be able to click them on a mobile or a desktop device and it be able to work. But I digress. I guess that's not how they're playing it in this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. Childcare juice, order now. It does work. It does exist. And if you come out here to the bottom, they don't have a footer navigation or anything. But when you scroll down the page, the navigation bar does stick with it. So I suppose it does pass the navigation test as well. I mean, it looks like it's got a decently legible navigation. So Rip Rule number 2, pass.
Rip rule number 3, broken links and buttons. Are these broke? Get it?
Okay, Rip Rule number 3, broken links and buttons. So there's a lot going on here, buttons, links, that kind of thing. So first off, we're going to go here and we're going to navigate to some of these other pages. That link works, that link works. We're going to go back to the home page. We're going to hit order now. That seemed to work. This one seems to work all right. I'm honestly shocked, like, clearly, and again, we'll talk about this later, the design doesn't hold up, but yeah, I mean, from a broken links and buttons standpoint, it seems to be working just fine. This gets me though, Penny Juice, it makes sense. What a tagline. But for Rip Rule number 3, broken links and buttons, it does seem to pass. I was unable to find one in my brief clicking around there.
Rip rule number 4, contact links and forms. Is there anything I would change?
Rip Rule number 4, contact links and forms. Does it have them? Do they work? We'll come down here. There's a contact blurb. Looks like there's an email that does appear to be click to call. The phone number, again, is not click to call. The fax number is not click to call. They do have an address. They even have their Facebook and Twitter feeds. Again, this number is not click to call. They have a link to their Facebook page. If we go here and we hit order now, that takes us to a contact page. Again, number, email address. They even on this page put the contact name. Interesting. Woo! And then they have a whole link here, or a whole form here where it looks like it's a full-on order form. Interesting. And a little bit of information. Honestly, when you see order now, you kind of expect today's day and age to be more like you can see the product, go in and manually add the quantity, more have like a traditional checkout with the shopping cart experience and stuff. This is more straight up a digital order form, but I mean, for what it is, it's honestly not bad. Like, it's an order form embedded into the page that matches the page's branding, albeit maybe not that great. It does match and it kind of fits in. It doesn't look necessarily out of place. So if this is the contact form, the fact that they've got all these links and stuff, again, I'll give this a pass. I'm kind of shocked that this site is performing as well as it is, just kind of given the general view of it. Thus far, it's doing pretty good. So I got to say, Rip Rule number 4, it does pass.
Rip Rule number 5, load time. Does it add up? I don't know. I'm out of puns.
Rip Rule number 5, load time. So we've been bebopping around here on the site, and everything seems to be loading relatively quickly. I mean, I can hit a button and it pretty much instantaneously loads at this point, which in part is because I've already visited the page and the way cache works. But even still, it was loading fast when I first visited the site. So load time, I'm going to have to give it a pass.
Rip Rule number 6, overall design. Does it look like Ebenezer Scrooge paid to get it done?
Okay, Rip Rule number 6, and this is where I'm going to get to have my field day here. Overall design. I mean, it's a shame that a site that honestly has passed every rule up until this point with pretty solid marks looks the way it does. It communicates the message well. The navigation is clear and easy to understand. The links aren't broken. The buttons aren't broken. The contact forms are there. The load time is on point. Like, this is overall a decent experience, but I think this goes to show if any one of these rules is fail, which overall design is going to be a fail. I mean, look at these colors and look at this fact that this is broken up here at the top. It can detract from the situation, because imagine if you're a user and you come to this site and all you see immediately, and we come here to the site and immediately we see this site with this color scheme. This thing up here at the top looks like it's broken. The text looks kind of wonky. They've got this, this opacity behind the text is kind of weird. It's just not great. And then this thing going down here at the footer, and you're just like wondering what that is. It's just really interesting. And it's unfortunate because everything else up until this point is pretty solid. But because they didn't get the design right, it detracts from everything else that they're doing right. They even have, and I want to point this out because a lot of sites that do get almost everything right don't even have this. They have accessibility options, which is something that's becoming more and more popular, making sites more accessible for those with disabilities. They've got all kinds of things on here to help out with disabilities. And I think that's great. These colors don't go well together. The layout of it could be a little bit better. The photos they're choosing to use are really just generic stock photos. I feel like they could use pictures of their own product and their own customers and things of that nature. So it does not pass that.
Rip Rule number 7, mobile optimization. Does it have that juice?
And lastly, Rip Rule number 7, mobile optimization. So we've seen how it looks on desktop. And again, for the first 5 rules, it passed them. But Rip Rule number 6, the overall design, it did not pass. It honestly looks a little bit better on mobile than it did on desktop, which is kind of shocking. I mean, it still has this weird gap up here at the top above the header where it's just gray space. So that definitely looks like something that's broken, but it still has the accessibility options. All the content resizes correctly to my mobile device. The menu navigation seems to work all right. It's one of those that kind of flies in from the side there. The accessibility options are still there. So overall, I mean, yeah, mobile optimization, knowing what it looked like on the desktop, this is kind of a delightful experience how it scales down to mobile. I actually almost prefer the mobile to the desktop in this case. It's a crying shame that the design was just not on point, because overall, if the design is on point, this site is an absolute winner. It communicates the message. It has good navigation, nice and simple to navigate. Links work, forms work, load times is great, mobile optimization is great. That design just tanks it. So anyway, it does pass Rip Rule number 7 for mobile optimization.
Well, that's all for today's episode of The Rip. I hope that you enjoyed going on this journey with me. Like I said, this site overall wasn't too bad. It passed 6 of the 7 rules, but the one that it didn't pass was just enough to drag it down. So remember, all it takes is one thing about your website to poorly perform and it can tank everything else. If you find yourself in a situation where your website's holding back your business, give us a call or find us online at wondertree.com. Follow us on social media and be sure to subscribe here to our YouTube channel to see more awesome videos like The Rip and our other series like Brand Love. Catch you soon.